Hello, yes, and welcome to the series. I have been forced to create this content against my will because I am a product of capitalism. That is the name of this series. There was some confusion about that recently, wasn't there? A few videos ago, people didn't seem to get that that was the name of the series, but I feel like if I open a video and I say a thing, it's pretty clearly the name of that series, especially if that thing doesn't make sense. It's probably the name of the series, isn't it? Also, it's in the title of the video, so it's probably the name of the series, isn't it? Anyway, people are dumber than I expect. Anyway, enough about how dumb everyone except me is. I'm sorry. I'm in a mood, apparently. This is a series where I examine a creative project from the past and I talk about it in sort of a medium level of detail. And the purpose for this series is entirely to keep this YouTube channel monetized. That's all it is. I'm not fussed if people watch these videos. That's why I'm recording at 720p. And I'm not really editing this either. I'm sort of just here to exist for maybe 10 minutes. We'll see. I do also like reflecting on previous projects I've made because it reminds me how far I've come. I still make stuff and sometimes I think the stuff isn't very good, and then I compare it to things I made over a decade ago and I'm reminded that I have never been very good. It is unseasonably warm here in East Anglia for this time of year, so there is a fan on in the background. I hopefully you can't hear it, but if you can, I'm not going to turn it off. I was kind of scrolling through the what was the Stab Panda TV channel, the Odd Creative YouTube channel. Odd Creative was the production company that I and some other people produced content as for a while. Odd Creative doesn't exist anymore. Well, I mean, the people still exist. They haven't died. We're just not really using that brand, I guess. Maybe one day we'll see. I'm wittering. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the very first thing that was uploaded to this channel, which is a sketch called the Phonebox. You can see 10, 11 years ago, I was really trying to do the comedy thing. I'm still, like, these aren't my best work, for sure. But, like, you know, I was 10 years ago and I wanted to do stuff, and I definitely achieved some stuff. Let's look at the Phonebox. Let's talk about the Phonebox. The first comedy sketch that I published is really straightforward. You can go watch it if you really want to. It's me. I'm walking past a phone box and it's ringing, so I pick up the phone, and it sort of is it's set out to be one of those tropes where it's like a mystery thriller type film or something. But the joke here is that the guy calling the phone box has got the wrong number. That's the joke. That's the bit. I remember filming this really clearly. It was, as you can see, quite an overcast day. You won't be able to. You won't be able to discover where this is because that phone box no longer exists, and I think a bunch of these houses burnt down. Anyway, so don't try to stalk me based on this video because it won't work. But this was one of the closest phone boxes to where I was living at the time. I filmed an establishing shot of the phone box, obviously. And then I I don't think there was much space in the phone box, so I sort of just propped my DSLR up. And then I think I sort of improvised some dialogue. I think I must have had, like, just off screen here, like a list of beats I needed to hit, like a really approximate script. I recorded it. I think I did 2 takes. And then my good friend... Hey, that's quite a cool feature. Huh. That's nifty. Okay, anyway, I never noticed that. I'm getting distracted by the YouTube UI. So I recorded the audio for this, and then I recorded the video for this rather, and then I said, "Hey, Sai, I've got this thing. Come do the voiceover," and he played the part of the baddie. That was it. Not much editing required. A very overcast day. Quite hard to get the light levels right sometimes, isn't it? When you're inside and there's an outside window. I don't really know what else you're supposed to do in a phone box other than maybe like, I suppose we could have rigged something over here so like the sun wasn't shining through, but we didn't do that because it was literally me. It was me, a DSLR, and a tripod. Don't overthink it. Yeah, this was kind of a proof of concept for sketches that I wanted to do. I would still really love to do a sketch show, but just the logistics of it and the fact that there is no money, heaven forfend, I would want to get would try to get an Arts Council grant for silly internet nonsense. This isn't Australia. You can't just ask the government for money because you want to be funny on the internet. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. This is going to be a short one because I'm pretty sure the recording device is not working. I'm pretty sure OBS is breaking under the force of this comedic energy. So I'm just going to stop. All right. I have achieved the goal of publishing content. So yeah, look, there are other sketches up on the Odd Creative channel. If you want to go watch them, you absolutely can. And I think it's cool to sort of look back on stuff I made a decade ago and compare it to now, because obviously I have a team that I can rely on now. And even though I think we're publishing less stuff, obviously, when we do publish, it's a lot better. Some of it even has scripts. Scripts, they're actually written. It's not just me trying to be funny